Hey, that's a Jolly B shirt right there.
Yeah.
Don't you use
Garcia. Hey, Jolly B. Nice. How's it all the way in London? How you feeling? How are you feeling, Nats? All the way in London, bro.
It's summer there right now,
bad,
right?
Man. I wouldn't say it's summer. It's coming in close to summer, so it's getting cold again. It's crispy cold air.
Crispy cold.
But crispy cold, but it's hot in the apartment as always. But yeah, otherwise pretty good, man.
Nice.
Wait, are we an authentic podcast? Because that was a lie. No, it's been pretty shit.
We have to be.
Like, wait, what am I lying that? What am I lying for? Like, no, I've been having a shit week. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey man, I think
are we authentic, or are we just gonna?
it.
Because if you want the podcast, that's like, yo, it's been pretty good. Well, it's pretty good.
Nah, man, I want to hear the shits, bro. I want to hear the shits, bro. I want to hear the mud.
It's bullshit, man. It's one of those weeks. Say you're just like, fuck everything.
Tell us how you really feel,
man.
Yeah, bro.
That's how I really feel. Fuck this. I'm waiting for this to be over, man. I'm done. I'm like waiting. I'm like, you know what? I wake up every day like, wow, it's shit, huh? Wow, so fucking shit. Maybe today would be better. You take that gamble. Maybe it might be a little bit better today, but you just do it. And the next day, maybe, still pretty shit in here, in the mind.
It's fucking Groundhog Day, bro. But like, it's just a shit day over and over again, eh? It's just fucking. You know?
I mean, I don't seem like I do. I'm masked pretty well.
Yeah, you're looking really bright. You're looking really happy.
Yeah, I know, it's fucked up. No one will ever know.
That's how sad it is, man. When you just look happy and you're just dying on the inside, that's a cry for help, bro. But don't worry, man. The boys are here, bro.
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
here for you, bro.
Yeah.
No, I
was thinking about it yesterday because we always do these things like how's everyone, and I'm like, oh, here we go, some more bullshit. Yeah, I'm great, amazing.
Don't worry, Nats. Don, what's the saying again? When life gives you lemons, just make the lemonade.
You make a shirt out of it.
Well, yeah. You just make a shirt. Well, yeah, man.
Exactly
How about you, Don and Garcia? Are you feeling like? Be honest. Be honest with me. This is a therapeutic podcast, and we are always promoting transparency. So how are you guys feeling, man?
I feel a little bit like Nats, you know. Not in the same vein, but yeah, things aren't great at the moment, but.
It's not flowing, right?
Taking it day by day, and obviously, the lockdown is coming to a close. Hopefully, will be coming to a close. Freedom Day, as they say here in Australia, should be coming around. It's on the 11th of October. It means that we can.
That's a week from now.
Yeah, restrictions will be lifted. Yeah,
man.
Restrictions will be lifted, or be eased, and we might get back to some sort of normalcy.
I'll be able to see you guys again, man.
Yeah,
like at the studio, bro. That's what I'm keen to see. I was at the studio today, and it looks the same. So
and it's great.
Nice. And it looks the same.
Looks the same, and that's a good sign because I love that studio. Shout out to them, man. How about you, Garcia? How you feeling, man? Any grievances you want to air? If it's got to do with the cheat coders, don't worry about those ones. But anything else that you want to complain about?
No, really. I'm feeling good. I'm kind of feeling a little bit more anxious at the moment.
That's good, bro.
I've mentioned it to you guys, but not on the pod. But I applied for a role last week, and it's been a long time, like since I've actually applied for a job that I didn't need. I actually want this. And it's a bit like, when you're like asking out a girl, right? And you don't know, well, she might say no, that kind of, But
you got to put yourself out there, right? Whether it's yes or no, you just got to
1 out of 5. I should find out by the end of the week. So hopefully by the next, next recording, I've got some good news for you guys, but yeah.
Nice, man.
Good stuff, man. Good luck.
Alright, let's start the show. Yo. Rap's like,
yo. Okay, that's enough.
Fuck your conversation. Let's get into the show. I didn't care.
I'm on a different mood today, man. I'm on a different level.
Wait, Raph, wait. No, we're not starting. We didn't go through it. Why are you in a different mood? How are you, bro? What's going on? Are you good?
Air out your grievances.
What's your grievances?
I'm just super tired. So I am running on autopilot right now, and I've been currently moving houses. This is like the fifth time in the last 6 years that I moved. So now I'm here, back in the area, closer to Mount Druitt, and doing my thing. So just been unpacking boxes. The thing about moving, man, you just pack things to unpack things, and then you're just putting in places, taking off places to move to another place. So I'm just like, man, you're doing one thing to just do it all over again. You know, but I'm just here. I want to hang out with the boys and talk about some good shit. So yo. Welcome to another episode of the Cheat Coders podcast. My name is Raph, and this is episode number 162.
162.
And I am here with my usual suspects of Lemon Shirt Don.
What's Lemon Shirt Don?
What's lemon?
And all the way in Plumpton or Oakhurst is Garcia Jollibee Man.
Oh.
And all the way in London town, still so brown, and his glass is still round.
I like
shit lighting too. Isn't that blazing?
Yo, stop giving my life shit, bro. I work hard for this shit, man.
No, you didn't. You just switched your table to the other side.
That's together, man. I had to move my entire setup to another angle.
Can we just shout out to all the people watching us on the Twitch stream right now?
Hey, all one, because the other two is probably me and
shout outs to Migs from in Toronto.
What's up, bro? From the six.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna plug link and across. If you guys are listening early in the show, before we get to the end and people tune off, make sure to join our Discord, because we got a little community growing and stuff. So do check it out. The link is on our Instagram. And you can talk to us every day. We play music all the time because that's what we do.
Music all the time. Talk music all the time. Yeah. Talk about what we're gonna talk about on a podcast. Discord is where you want to be, man. The Daddy Discord. The Daddy Discord? That's where you want to be, bro.
Daddy Discord.
Give us some suggestions to put into the cheat code stash.
Hey.
Yeah, hell yeah. I got a track ready already, man.
Yeah, I know which one you're going to play.
What?
Alright, so usually we start off with the wild thought of the week, but you know what? Let's switch it up a bit. Let's go to Don. Because I know Don's been missing out on being first. So let's get him on. For the sake of the podcast, what is the fun fact?
I never usually come first, but it's nice to come first once in a while. Anyway,
he likes to wait for everyone.
The fun fact of the day, or the fun fact of the week that I've got, has to do with twins. Twins.
Hey.
So if for the people listening out there, the one and only Nats, the Pinoy rapper Blazin, is gonna have two little twins.
Hey,
that's right.
So I went digging and looked for a fun fact on twins. Apparently, the number of twins that are being born is increasing. So there's an Oxford study in Oxford Academic that asks the question: how many twins are born in human populations, and how has that changed over the recent decades? And the answer is, since the 1980s, the global twinning rate, #twinning, has increased by a third, from 9.1 to 12.0 twins deliveries per 1,000 deliveries to about 1.6 million twin pairs each year. So for some reason, something is happening. There's something in the water in a bunch of places.
Something in the water that is happening, and more twins are being born every year, and part of that statistic is our one and only Nats Blazin. That's crazy.
How man? How are you doing this? How are you contributing to this increase in twins? People?
What's the technique you used?
You got to do a bit of a double jab, like a. Can we cut that? We can't. Too late. too late. All right, don't worry about it. Don't worry, it's done.
Holy
Let's go
crap!
live with it.
Migs from Toronto in the chat is actually a twin. Dude!
What? The statistics. The statistics. How old are you? Were you just born? Probably not, because he's typing. Anyway, it's not a genetic thing, apparently. It's just luck of the draw. So I'm just like, what's going on? But in this day and age, you can select if you want twins, right? I didn't go up when I didn't even know what was happening. It's like, oh, pregnant. Oh, okay. But people are planning for it. Like, you can go, doctor's like, I want to increase my chances for twins.
How?
So maybe, does that add to it? I don't know. Some fertility thing? I don't know.
Wait,
Like, you can choose the sex of the baby if you want.
Do you have twins in your family at all? Like, in your extended family?
No. No, not direct. Not, like, blood related. So, I don't know, man.
You think it's Google's fault? I think it's Google's fault.
It's the algorithm, bro.
It's the algorithm for sure, bro.
It's the algorithm producing more twins.
There is
Facebook again. I told you. It's
yeah, man. They need more users. So the social media has created this whole thing in the water using the algorithm to make people get some twins so they can get more users, more people.
Is this the theory you're going with? This is it.
I guess so. I could talk about balance because like we've gone through a pandemic and now we're just like balancing out the world instead of like half of the world like disappearing. I'm thinking it's double.
You know what?
Maybe there's a
this theory might actually be true. So the guy that set up or started Facebook, right? Didn't he steal the idea from a couple of twins? So maybe that's his way of like really like just being petty and just really sticking it to him and go, if there's more of you guys,
I'm gonna create twins out of what these twins
I'm gonna dilute the twins market with more twins,
dude,
by my powerful algorithm.
This is insane. Guys, man, this is like, oh my gosh, this is like conspiracy theory. Like,
I was gonna say,
we're unraveling shit.
I was gonna say, so there's a phenomena called the Bader. This is another fun fact: Bader Meinhof phenomenon. Basically, if you think of something or if something is presented to you, there's higher chance of it being presented to you more often. So if you say I don't know, a Corvette or something, like every now.
Like a car you're about to buy.
Yeah, you're thinking about a car, you'll see it more often on the roads.
Or if you're thinking of having a baby, you start seeing couples with babies more and stuff.
Those sorts of things. So maybe now that we have talked about twins and it's already in the front of our minds, maybe the rest of us are going to have twins. Oh.
Janae Aiko Kailani.
What? Is she a twin?
He's just trying to manifest it into being.
Janae. Manifest. Janae.
It's like a real life. Yeah, manifesting is like a real life algorithm testing, right?
That's it, man.
You search for it and then it gets added to your algorithm.
Man, my algorithms are fucked. None of them's working. There's a bug.
The algorithm is broken, man.
Instead of Korean girls, just get Korean food. Thank God. Damn it, missed again.
Oh, no, don't worry. Nothing.
No.
Go on.
Go let it out.
No, I was gonna say because you talked about Korean and we talked about Squid Game last week, and I was like, did the hype die? We're not going to talk. Are we going to talk about it later? Because I don't want to jump into it right away.
Let's just go into it now.
So you guys you've watched it now, right? You've watched it.
All right.
You guys have watched. We're all good.
We're all caught up.
We don't need no spoiling and shit.
Yeah.
Did you guys call it?
Let's like give a spoiler warning
right
now in case someone's listening in their car, and then I don't know, or we just spoil the fuck out of it. So this is the part of the show where we're gonna spoil, this Netflix series called Squid Game. It's been out for about 2 weeks now, so we're not going to give anyone no reason to not watch it because 2 weeks is enough time, I reckon, for you to watch the whole series. But if you're a slow watcher or you like to take your time with it or you just got into it, I think we're going to be talking about this for the next 20 to 30 minutes. Don't worry, there'll be timestamps on the caption, on the description of this YouTube video, as well as the description on this podcast.
Yeah.
So if you want to quickly look at the next time stamp or click on it, then click on that one so you don't get spoiled. So
and if you're on Twitch, just cut it off now.
Yeah, no, just cut off now. Just leave. I don't even know why we're on Twitch right now.
You can just mute it and join in later.
We'll give him enough warning, all right? And
it's enough warning.
It was the old man.
Action.
I've been waiting.
Wait, did you guys have any inkling anywhere in the show that it was him?
No.
You know,
When
I called it from the beginning. I just want to say I called it right at the beginning.
I didn't
right
have
at the beginning, as soon as you saw him,
I did,
as
bro.
lying there being number one.
I did, bro. Yeah. I even made a comment to Nadine. We're both watching it. I'm like, any bet he's the mastermind behind it. Because he's freaking smiling. He's like, at the beginning, he's number one. I saw that straight away, that 001, he was the first contender. And he was just so... And it just didn't make sense. Like, why is this one old guy... You know, it just didn't make sense. So, first episode, straight, I called it. And then I forgot. And then it actually happened. And I was like, oh.
There's also parts of the show where... You know how the doll starts scanning for people? And it shows green and red things around. It doesn't target him at all. So it doesn't.
I didn't catch that, but I saw a YouTube video that talked about that too. Yeah. It doesn't highlight him, so he's protected apparently.
Yeah. And because I was thinking during that episode where they were playing the marble game, he actually gives his jacket to Gi-hun because so now he has the number one on his back. Right, so he was protected, like he was as if he was choosing him.
Oh shit!
You know what I mean?
didn't get that.
Because like Gi-hun gave him his jacket to wrap around him because he pissed himself. And I was like, wait, was that part of the game, or did he actually?
Then he gave him the number one.
And he put the number one jacket onto Gi-hun. And I was like,
the other thing about that scene, so before that game, you know, they had to pair up, and he was left alone. Apparently, you know, they suspect that there'd been previous games, right? And it's usually at that point, because he's the oldest cunt there, no one picks him. So automatically he's just going to be waiting back in the bunk beds area.
And he'd pass straight away.
Yeah.
And he would have passed, because of the other girl passed because she didn't get picked.
But since he was like nice enough to go, you know what, I want to pair with you, that's what turned it into him giving him his last marble to give him a chance to keep going, right? Rather than
I think it was very strategic. They were pulling the strings because that could have been the end for him. Because I think the next stage 2 would have been too difficult for him on the bridge. Like it's still hard physically, like to jump at his age. So maybe in the change of rules, he'd actually be dead. But because it was swapped, the girl she just survived, just didn't have to do that round. But she still had to go on the
bridge,
the bridge thing. Yeah. It was very like it was very well done. I think it's one of those shows that would be really fun to watch again because there's a lot of things. I watched a YouTube video that just had all these clues, so it kind of just, just laid it all out. But I reckon give it another watch. It'll change the way you watch it. It's one of those movies.
I didn't anticipate I was going to watch all of it. So I watched up to like the 3rd episode. And then I watched the spoiler video on YouTube. So I got the gist of it. And then when I watched when I got a chance to watch the rest of it, I was like, okay, that makes sense because you have that. Like it's like I was watching it for a second time.
Right.
That's why you're never impressed, bro. Because you watch these spoiler videos, these videos that spoil the shit out of it. You hunger for those. You rather watch that than the actual content. But like I get you, but I can understand when you want to just like see what's going ahead if you're not going to watch it. But yeah, to me the whole series is it's good.
Did you like it? Yeah,
I liked it. I enjoyed it. I didn't like the ending. The ending wasn't it wasn't up to what I'd expect since.
I didn't think the Squid Game was that epic. I thought it could have been cooler. It was just
apparently there's going to be a second season. So
yeah, of course, man. They left it set up for that. Hey, there was another theory. I don't know if you actually talked about last week, but there was a theory. I don't know if you guys came around it. You know, the first game, not even the game, right? Where you meet the guy in the subway and you're doing that flick thing. There's 2 colored square boxes, and he obviously picked like the blue one or something. But apparently, like by choice, there's like a system, and if you actually choose the red one, you go through a different. Did we talk about that?
Yeah, we talked about that
last week. Oh, my bad. Yeah. So I got a feeling maybe it'll be the next season will be like the timeline for the soldier, and you'll see and then you'll see him come back, maybe trying to like dismantle, because obviously he's on a mission now. He's like, this is wrong. I'm gonna take this organization down, and there'll be some intertwined things because the cop died, right? The cop The
Oh, you don't
son,
see him
the
die.
brother.
He didn't die.
We don't see
Oh
him die.
yeah, that's true.
No,
That's
he
true.
didn't
We
die.
don't know.
You-
We don't see the body. If
In,
you don't see
in
the
the
body,
movie, you don't see
dead.
the body, you didn't die.
Yeah,
But
because
at the end of the day,
he
the cop
didn't die.
person,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
never cared for the cop person. His
'Cause-
storyline
Nah.
could have been removed from the whole thing, and I'd still enjoy it. I think it would have been even better if he didn't even turn up. But
Nah, but he gave us
the-
layers, but gave us
the
layers.
only reason the cop guy was there is just to reveal like frontman as his brother. That's the only reason he's there.
And it's also
'Cause,
to,
like,
to add a little more
I had a
to-
feeling about that too from the beginning. I'm like, his brother is part of this. He's not a prisoner.
that's it. Like he was useless throughout the whole thing. Like you could you could take him out and you could still have the red guys doing the body organs thing going on. That still could have happened in the whole thing anyway because you had the doctor to focus on. But the cop was nothing.
The policeman was there for us to know more about the organization. That's all he was. He was like
There's no
he was
story.
a plot point. That was what he was there for.
Yeah,
He got
was
Game of
useless.
Thrones.
So useless.
He was the one to play.
and
Also,
He
he's
liked
useless. He still served. He served as part of telling us this guy.
No, you
He's
could
useless.
because like they showed the soldiers like without him as the plot as the point of view. Like they showed
Oh,
the
that's true.
soldiers through like putting
Just doing it.
putting them through the stairs, putting them in the fire coffin shit. They still showed it, and then they still got the background thing through the organ thing with the doctor and all that shit. I just thought that the cop was just a useless character right
I mean,
there.
like I thought.
Agree to disagree.
I thought that the plot point where the doctor was harvesting like organs and stuff like that.
We could
the
do without
fact that he
that
was
too.
yeah, the fact that he was there for as a contestant. If he was there as a
Yeah.
contestant, I'm like, what? Why? Why don't you just get him on as one of the guards? Like, what's the point?
Nah,
know?
that's
Oh no,
the
because he
whole
can't
point.
win. No, he can't win the money though. The prize money goes to the contestants. So he's there gaming the system. So he's there as like the doctor, and he's obviously got these soldiers working. Not really. They've got a deal that he gives them what they want, which is organs to make money. Because the soldiers aren't making money, and they're giving him the answers to the game to survive and sort of game the system.
Yeah.
Except it didn't really work in his favor. That's all
Yeah.
it is. It's money, man. At the end of the day, this thing has a bigger meaning. Like at the end, when they caught him, right? They're like, I don't give a shit what you do with the organs. Do whatever you want. But you broke like the most important thing of this thing. Everyone here deserves like an equal chance of society. Like that, no one gets a boost or anything.
I thought it was
think they're very-
super funny. I thought it was heaps funny when they caught the guards and they caught the doctor. They apologized to everyone. They said, we sincerely apologize for
Yeah.
this tragedy, for the
Because
tragedy
they take it
that-
seriously.
that
Yeah.
they ruined the game, and not the tragedy that they murdered all of these people. I'm like, oh jeez.
It's
Yeah, that's
twisted,
some
but it's
cynical
like
shit.
almost like a belief thing. Yeah.
Damn,
yeah,
man.
like-
what did you think
Yeah.
of it, Raf, in terms of like cinematography? Because there's a lot there in terms of cinematography, the way they shot it. There was a lot of slow-mo stuff. It felt like a Zack Snyder film at some parts. What did you
Like,
think of it?
I enjoyed the way it was filmed. Like it really, especially when it came to the sets. Like it actually turned itself into a cartoon with all the colors and all that stuff, and it kind of gave me that feeling of the best parts were pretty much during the sets, when the sets were out there, and it just felt like it was just all in a factory, and like the outdoor shots when it was outside, when everyone was like doing their life thing, like that felt like a normal movie. But then when it came to the shits, that's when it lifted up with its cinematography and all that, the set design. That's what really stands out from the rest, from everything else. Yeah, man, the main thing that really drove the whole thing was the character direction and the drive
Development.
of each of the characters. To me, my favorite character is the crazy lady. To me,
Which one?
The crazy lady, the one that he just
The one that like slept with the gang
yeah.
guy?
Yeah.
Really?
She's
I thought
badass,
she was
bro.
so annoying.
She's
so
annoying, but she's badass. She doesn't give a fuck. I did like what you call it? Who's the guy who like pretty much ends up at the top two?
Sang-woo.
Sang-woo.
He's a scumbag, bro.
I loved what he did. Like the way that he went up, I was like, it's reasonable. You know, you got to get the money and stuff. You know, you gotta betray some people. You got
No, but his style makes sense too, because what he was
makes
done for
sense.
as well. No, like his personality makes sense because like how he's defrauded people of millions.
Yeah.
But at the start, he looks charming. He looks like a good, decent person, but he's probably the worst of all because you realize what he would do, no matter what. It's like he's like a corporate blood bleeds blue type guy because he like sold out to the Indian guy, man. Indian guy was clear.
Hey, man.
He got finessed. Like I know, feel bad for him and stuff, and it's a game.
But you got to do what you got to do, man. That's the game, man.
He just exactly, and that's what his skill is.
Every Goku has to have a Vegeta, bro. He was the
worst
Vegeta
of everyone's
Goku.
character traits come out in this show. Like the gang guy, he's a gangster. He's like, at least he's like, I am what I am. I'm a murder everyone. You know what it is. But the other guy, it's like that's some sinister shit where he's like, oh, hey, buddy, just stay under me, and then just bang, he just kills him.
Yeah. What I didn't like is when he what you call it, slit the chick's throat at the end. I was like, all right, cool. You could betray the Indian guy. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Why? Why the Indian guy?
You could push that guy off the bridge. Yeah, I'm cool with that. You know, like
but
you
not
gotta
the
win
chick,
the money
because she was dying.
You know, the chick was badass and she got slit on the throat. I was like, oh.
But she
was a mercy
like
killing. She was dying anyway.
Yeah.
Sebyok is her name.
She was gonna die no matter what.
Yeah, but no. When you invest yourself in a character, that's probably what pushed everyone to the edge to hate the dude, because you gotta hate the dude before the big finale of him battling the main character, because there's got to be some weight to it. So he had to do it story wise to make people who are like on the fence about him to hate him completely. But yeah, I could understand that.
I would have stabbed her too, bro.
Is that
she let a good steak go to waste. See that shit? Unbelievable.
What a bitch. She deserved it. She didn't need a steak.
I've been in lockdown, man. I haven't had a nice steak in a while. So when I saw that shit, I was like, fuck. Oh.
What a waste.
That is a waste.
I was gonna say, like, in terms of, and out of the four of us, this isn't a jab, but I think Garcia's watched more K-dramas than either of the rest of us.
Oh, for sure.
I saw like, I don't know if this is a trope or the whole slow-mo thing with the music playing at the end of some of the episodes. I was like, is that a K-drama thing? Is that something that you know how there was
like trying to the bridge where it blew up? The bridge blew up and it was like, I thought it was sick.
It was awesome, but then it made me think of the K-dramas where there's like slow motion and like the somber music playing, like that type of thing, and then it ends. You know what I mean? And it's like an Asian
thing too. They do that in Alice in Borderland a lot. So I think it's just like an overused effect.
They do it in the Filipino
teleseries.
dramas.
It's probably an Asian thing.
The teleseries, yeah.
Wait,
they do it in the Filipino dramas, except they play
the
like
other episodes though. The bridge exploding scene, how it's in slow mo.
They did it in the very, very last episode. The Squid Game episode where they were fighting and there was like slow motion
in the rain.
Things of that.
Yeah,
in the rain, because that was one of those fight scene. Like all of a sudden it starts raining. Like, come on, man, are you serious? Trying to make it even more dramatic.
So
I was waiting for some R&B music and stuff. It would have been good. Yeah, but yeah, like I think with the ending they should have left it without knowing. They should have left it up in the air. Like they could. I think the ending was about 2 seconds a bit longer. We should have ended with him before he turned around and walked back. Like I reckon if the ending was him getting a call from the front man saying, what you call it, you got to take that plane, man. You got to go on that plane, do the right thing, and just end it there. And then it leaves him more of a suspenseful, because now we can expect Jihan to be in the next season, right?
Hey, Niggs actually had a good point too. He had not really a theory. He just said he might be the next frontman. What if he's the next frontman? Ooh, that's interesting.
Because like that theory is right. Because like, dude, this frontman now, he won a previous one from like 2014, according to the records, right?
Oh, the dude wearing the black mask.
So yeah. So he's a previous winner.
Brother. He's a previous winner, and maybe like it's one of those things because it's almost like a religious thing, right? And eventually people come around. It's like, no, this is right. There's nothing wrong with this. It's like a cult almost. It has to be practically a cult, you know, with the super rich and then the people that go through it. It's like in Saw when that chick eventually becomes the protege, and he's like, this is right. What Jigsaw's doing is right. Yeah.
You know the theory that's on TikTok that's been circling around now, where you know how like they're walking down the stairs with the VIPs and they're like, "Oh, Korea has the best games," and then this blew up this whole theory that it's a worldwide thing. I think next season should be cool, like if it's set in another country. But this whole thing with this theory, like they should have stopped there. But then they're like, oh, maybe the American one is the Hunger Games. Oh, and then maybe the Japan one is Alice in Borderlands. I'm like, no, don't do that. That's such a stupid theory. Can we debunk that? Because that's a terrible way of looking at it. I think if they make their own
trying
world,
to connect all of them.
And I know I'm like, this is not the MCU or like what do you call it, the multi-universe of
the multiverse,
Death Games or some shit. Like, let's not try to join them and just make this its own world, because I think it's one of the best of its own kind. And
I think it is the best of this. What it is, I like it, man. It's so good.
I saw a meme video where like it was the American version of the Squid Game, and then there were some African American guys there, and they're like, man, what are we gonna do? And they announced the first game, and they were like, the first game is basketball. They were like, yeah.
One of them is like,
gonna be so many parodies already. This is so. Oh my god! There's gonna be so many YouTube parodies now that I'm thinking about it. That's so
Can't
good.
wait for Pussyt games.
So what's
the Pussyt
with the series? What's your favorite? What's your favorite takeaway out of the series? What's like, if it's a moment or like a plot point, or what did you like about it or hate about it? What do you want to say?
I just love the how the crude humor, like how ultra violent it is, but it's so funny. Or maybe I just thought it was funny. I don't know. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, so
a lot of times. It's so out of place. Yeah.
I mean, Raph said it best, right? Like it's cartoonish. Like, I was watching it, and because my housemates they saw it as well, and they were like, "That's really violent. It's really intense." But at the same time, if you think about it, because of the way that they colorize everything and the way they stylize everything, it seems like a cartoon. And you get really desensitized in cartoons. When you see people get hurt, you don't really, it doesn't really register as violence, but it is actually violence.
Yeah.
So
100%.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I had the same thing as you. I was like, yeah, that's really dark, but I've got a dark sense of humor, so there were times when I found it funny as well.
If we were in the Squid Game, guys, I'd choose you guys as my team.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah. Just want to say that. That's all. I was on mute this whole freaking time.
Wholesome,
shit, man.
Wholesome, bro. That's so wholesome.
So it's guaranteed there's a season 2. This is probably one of the most, like, popular series that Netflix has put onto their platform.
It's better than Borderland. I watched it just because I was fiending for more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's decent though.
I started watching it, and I'm like, I don't know yet.
Yeah, you gotta give it time, because Elo on the Discord was saying it's pretty good. So I was like, yeah, all right, I'll check it out. It's different.
Okay.
It's not as good though. I think Korean like filmmaking is just quality.
Alice in Borderlands is Japanese though, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's Japanese. It's Korean.
I know. I had a feeling that there was going to be season 2 as well, because the character that Gong Yu plays. Gong Yu is an actor that was in Train to Busan.
Wait, are you talking about? Are you talking about Squid?
Yeah, Squid Game. So in Squid Game, you know the guy that meets Gihon in the subway.
Busan is Korean as well, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder. Okay. Yeah.
So
all right, my bad.
He doesn't have a name. That guy that he meets in the subway doesn't have a name. He's not. But I recognized him from Train to Busan, and because he's a well-known actor, why would they cast him in that just for that throwaway role? So he's probably going to have a bigger role in season 2.
I hope he doesn't. I think it's badass that he's like got a small role and everyone just recognizes him. Imagine Brad Pitt had like a small role in like a series.
I mean, he
did have a small role in Deadpool,
super
right?
badass. Yeah, that's so. I was like, oh fuck, that's awesome. Like, you don't have to be a big player in the game. Like, your face just recognizes everything. I like that. I really hope
you just wanted to be part of it. That'd be really and
I really hope they deal with like the international like factor of it. That's what I want to see. I want to see kind of like more so what it's like on a broader scale, where like, because this is a whole thing where rich people are just bored with money, and then they're just gonna use, instead of greyhounds and horses, they use people and stuff, and this is a world recognition thing. So if they could like broaden it out and get more of that, like, I don't even care if we don't even dwell on more on the soldiers. I really don't care about them, but I really hope that, you know, like, and I hope that Jihan's not the main character of the next one.
True.
Like,
fair.
I really hope he just pops up in episode 7. You know, let's get
or
a bunch of people.
he takes his mask. He takes his mask off as the front man. The new front man takes off, and it's him. It's like, oh, Star Wars shit.
He's
I called it. You heard it. It happened right
off.
here, and I'm gonna come back. But see, I called it. Episode 163. I said it. Told you, man.
Because he's a millionaire now, right? He's going to come back with those gold masks, and he's going, if you can satisfy me in 5 minutes, that's going to be him.
He's going to be VIP.
Hey,
he's a VIP.
How bad was the acting of all the white people?
The VIPs. It was so cringe. Straight
terrible.
up.
But hey, you know how the old man was sat out of the last few games? Like, he got eliminated. Spoilers, by the way, for anyone who's just joining us right now. Spoilers. We're doing a spoiler review.
Spoiler review.
Was he watching the games with the VIPs?
Who? Sorry?
The old man.
No. At the end, he said he had so much fun that watching it is not as fun as like competing in it.
Yeah, you see it from the beginning. Yeah. That's why when the VIPs come and they ask where's the host, he's like, oh, sorry, he's away for some important stuff. He's actually in the freaking game already.
This is the other part, though. Remember, by that point, usually it's at that game where he doesn't get picked. So he would have been with the VIPs by then, but since he got picked by the main group, he was like, well, there's a change.
Was it his first time?
That's right. You're right. Plans changed.
So did he what you call it? Like, but was that his first time playing it? Was there any like indication that he played it before? Because I felt that was his first time playing it. It was like, oh, I'm about to die. Let me just play this game that we've been playing.
I think he has though, because when they were flicking through the booklets to try and look for the brother, 001 wasn't in there. Yeah,
wasn't there.
When he flicked it open, it was 002 straight away.
He could have.
So.
Yeah, that was another clue. That was another good clue. Good pickup, Garcia. Detective.
So that means Jihan's a very fun guy.
He's a cool guy.
He's a very fun guy. So, but like, yeah, I really hope they dwell into more so the international thing. That'll be awesome.
Yeah,
like none of this Hunger Games shit.
Get better international.
You know what I like when a show like this gets like massive hype is the memes that come out. Like it's all over the place, right?
Memes are on
like,
fire.
So, I think the best one that I've seen so far, well, the best one, but the fact that everyone else in that island was playing Squid Game, but the cop was playing Among Us, and I was like, he was too, eh? He's got this suit on, he's got a mask, and he's trying to be like, the guy to sabotage the plans and shit.
Start of it. So, what's your wild thought of the week, Garcia? Right. Since let's segue out of this.
I'm not gonna talk about dicks this time around or OnlyFans or anything, but because I still got a dirty mind or like immature, I suppose. I wanted to kind of bring up your funniest fart story, because everyone's got a fart story, right? Like whether it's like something embarrassing, something that's just funny.
Mine's pretty disgusting.
Well, I'll start it off. I think I was about 11 at the time, and my family and I were in the city, right? And I wanted to go get a drink from the news agency. This is at Darling Harbour, and walked into the shop, got my drink, and then stood in line like normal kid waiting in the queue. But I had this thing brewing inside me since the trip, like all the way, like a 40-minute ride, and I didn't want to hold it anymore. So I kind of did you put one hand in your pocket and you kind of like move your leg. So like your ass kind of like opens up a little bit and you don't get the loud fart. So it's like a silent, deadly one. And I let that shit out. Like I was slick about it. And of course, like I didn't want to be like, look sus because I can see that other people started noticing the smell. So I wanted to pretend like I noticed the smell too. Like, who the fuck just farted? So I had that angry look in my face. Bro, when I turned around, you know who was standing right behind me? Sophie Monk from Bardo. Remember that chick who had like a stint in Hollywood for a little while too? Nice blonde girl. She was in a couple of... dude, I farted on Sophie Monk. And she didn't, I crop dusted her. You don't understand, I wanted to leave the place. Not from embarrassment, but just because of my own fart. And it's it's... like, just to give it just to give it like a bit of context, like how bad this fart was, right? There's times when I'd be asleep and I wake myself up from farting. And I don't get up out of bed. And I'll be like, you know what? I'm just gonna waft in this one. But this particular one, the Sophie Monk fart, I wanted to leave the vicinity. It was that bad. And at the same time, it was like I was proud of it. Bro, that can of Coke was like
a Chernobyl fart.
Yeah, bro. Like and that can of Coke was like my trophy at the end of a F1 race, hey. Man, I chugged that down like it was like the best accomplishment I've ever had as an 11-year-old. Was to fart on a
take that butter
B grade celebrity.
Celebrity.
Great celebrity.
I think one of the best farts that I've witnessed in my life was when I traveled out to Japan. So we were in
Karage farts.
We're in a tour bus to Mount Fuji. And we made it to the second tier, and they had some temples there and a lot of shops, and we had to get off the bus and then walk around, do our tourist things, and then from a distance we noticed a white lady, a white woman.
Oh,
she was like,
okay. I was like, what?
No ghost. I forgot this is the Filipino podcast, but we saw a white woman sitting there just by herself, like it felt like this looked like a scene from Family Guy, and she just looked around. She looked around, and then after that, she let one rip in Mount Fuji, and it echoed like a motherfucker. I felt it, and then after, the best part about that made it one of the best ones is it was a loud one. She didn't give a fuck. And then after that, she let off this big sigh, as loud as the fart. So she was full the fart let off, and she was like, relief. And then you could just feel it. And we're me and my wife, we're just staring, and then it just felt like it was like a scene from Family Guy. I just couldn't help myself. I just laughed my brains out.
This is why the Japanese hate gaijins.
It was probably one. That's why Mount Fuji is the way it is, man. No, especially in one of our landmarks. But man, if you can fart and let it off with an echo and a big sigh, man, props to you. Props to you. It had reverb, bro.
It got reverb. Sorry, I didn't know why that was so funny.
What's your fart story, Nats? I've got two. I've got one and one life hack. Go for it.
Life hack.
Yeah. I'm gonna. I don't like telling stories because I stretch them out too long. So I'm just gonna be real quick. It was when I was a kid, and it's not really a fart story, but it kind of is. But when you're a kid and you don't really have any control of your bowels, so you just don't know what's a fart or what's not. So I was on the toilet, and then I realized. What was it? I didn't have tissue paper, so I got off the toilet, and my Lola at the time, she was I was in my Lola's house, so I pretty much grew up in my Lola's place, and I think what happened was because I ran out of tissue, I was kind of panic, I didn't know what to do, and then I was I feel like I need to let off a fart, I just felt it, so I would just fresh off the poops, but I had to fart, but the problem was it wasn't a fart. I still had more to go, and I didn't realize. And it was just, And the thing was, the problem is when I started farting or sharding or whatever it is, I looked around. I looked back because I was so shocked. I was like, "What?" So I just kept, and I was like, "Oh no!" And I kept looking, and I kept turning around, and it was just like,
it's like the Bellagio.
And that's how we thought of the name of Round Circle.
You told this on the early episode.
That's because it comes to me. I'm like, that's the only time, because I knew I wasn't intending to shit. Anyway, I was a kid, guys. Like, come on, relax. But yeah, like when my grandma came in, my Lola, she's like, what? She's like, how did this even happen? Like, obviously, I look like a delinquent. Like, who would shit on the entire floor? Like, not in one spot, like the whole floor.
Oh no, that's amazing.
Fucking tag
That's mine.
I love how we're just going around the room and talking about farts.
I've got two stories. One is a life hack, but the first one was not about me farting, but so I was doing an event and we were in the VIP room, and I was tuning my guitar, and I had like chord sheets and stuff like that everywhere, and I was in the VIP room with a few other people and my friend PL. I'm gonna call him out because I want everybody to know. I'm gonna call him out. Anyway, we're in the VIP room and I'm preparing. We're just chatting, and then PL's like, "Oh man, guys, I'm really sorry." We're like, "What?" He's like, "Oh, I farted," and we all smelt it in the VIP room. I'm like, "Fuck, this smells horrible." So everybody gets up and goes to leave. I'm still there, and I'm like, "Oh, hang on, wait! I gotta pack my guitar away. Gotta put away these chord sheets." And as I'm leaving the VIP room, these hot girls walk into the VIP room as I'm walking out. I'm the last person to leave, and I'm there going, "No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me."
I remember that shit, Don. I was down to that event too. I was in the room with you guys. We're like, "Fuck, PL."
Oh man,
poor guy.
Needless to say, I didn't get any numbers that night, but here's a life hack when it comes to farting. Because I love eating and I also have like a pretty high protein diet, I fart a lot, like most people do. And when you're dating someone, one of your first instincts is not to fart in front of them. But I try to get that shit out of the way, like literally.
Oh, before it, yeah.
Pun intended, right? So this girl that I was dating, she had a cat, and her cat farted on her once. And she's like, "Oh, it's horrible. He farted on me." And I'm like, "Don't worry, I'll avenge you." And when there's one time when I was like, there was one time I needed to fart, and I was like ready, and I'm like, "Babe, I'm gonna get revenge for him farting on you." And I like squatted down, farted on the cat. It was the loudest fart ever. And she just lost it. She cracked up laughing. She thought it was the funniest thing she'd ever seen.
Hey.
And then from that moment on, it was fine. Like, I was able to fart in front of her anytime.
Not all heroes wear capes.
Exactly.
That's not a life hack. What the fuck?
For the relationship, man.
You turn the situation around.
Yeah, man.
You passed that comfort zone early in. That's pretty cool.
You gaslit the whole situation.
Maybe like, I'm gonna be dating just to check like,
You're talking about like you're talking. Yeah, that's it. I'll fart on your sister for revenge. You couldn't find a cat. I'll fart.
It doesn't work in the next one.
Thing. I'll fart on your fish just for revenge.
Revenge. You turn it into a good thing.
Hey, Nats and Don, have you ever farted during a performance? That's the best time to fart. I realize.
Oh,
like I farted.
I don't think I
remember when I
performed.
I performed Lose Control. That was one of the times when, like, it felt like the right
was
time to fart.
Was that in Town Hall?
Bro. Yeah, the one in Town Hall. Like, the best part is when you're running around and just like.
Bro, I like walk. We were like running all over the stage too.
Yeah, that's the best
I would
time
have
to
got
do it.
copped a whiff of the RAF bomb right there.
Yeah, man. It was my nitrogen to go around, you know, like my nos.
I try not to eat too much or drink too much before a performance. And
yeah, that's the worst.
Like shouting back to an old episode when we had Midnight Pool Party on, Ollie, his pre-gig ritual is he would chuck a shit
You got to do it. You know what's harder for singers, man? Especially you, because you're an acoustic guitar guy. You just sit there, right? Like rappers, we can just get up and do
just
shit.
run around.
Like it's
Run
like
around and
yo,
just fart and shit.
and then you just walk out, fart, come back on stage. Like I was just swagging out. You're stuck on stage with a guitar, people around you. You can't just walk out, strumming away.
Yeah, the best time to fight is just when you're on the run, like when you're running or like moving fast to like around the city and stuff. It just just sled off. Like no one will know.
If you ever see Raph running, then you know what he's doing. He's just crop dusting everywhere. Don't go behind him.
Crop dusting.
But anyway, let's move on from the wild.
Yeah, let's move on from that.
Shout outs to is it
Shouts
Tashon
to anyone
6?
who's gone through this.
Oh, that's Tashon, yeah.
Tashon. Apparently, so in the chat they're saying that when they were in grade school, they shit once in their pants while they were sleeping at their desk. Holy shit!
What? How does that happen?
He was hanging on my loose undies. Oh my gosh!
Damn, son.
Oh yeah,
I feel for you, bro.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. Like early school days, that's when it happens, man. When you shit your pants and then you just don't know what to do.
There was a kid in my primary school who had to get like hosed down because he'd shit his pants.
Oh no!
And it was like I remember, like, I don't know if it was during recess or something. There was a teacher that was like had a hose to him, and the kid was there, pants down. It was just, oh man,
Yeah,
I don't know why that's so funny.
just like prison,
dude.
for sure.
There's a high pressure hose as well. The fucking gurney.
That's how you get that's how you get all the little bits out of the crevices.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Crevices.
This is definitely a very wild thought.
This is the wildest.
Disgusting.
It's the wildest of thoughts, right?
Let's go back to dick jokes, bro, please.
Yeah, back to big jokes, bro. I don't know about this fart business.
Oh man.
Maybe, he had to trial something out. Like, one of those times.
Dope.
Just air it out. Air out the room.
Air it out. He's gotta air that out. Nasty.
Has anyone seen Free Guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? Have you seen the Nats? Free Guy.
What? Oh wait, yeah. With Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, I did actually the other night.
Did you guys enjoy it? I loved it, man. I watched it the other day. It's such a good movie.
Remind me a little bit of Lego Movie, like how it's just the simpleton guy. It is practically,
Going back to like Squid Game, saying that it's one of the best of its kind. Free Guy, not really the best of its kind, but it's such a fun movie.
No.
It's a fun movie.
Like better movies that in that kind is probably, you could say, like The Matrix, Lego Movie, Truman Show, if you want to be like that. Like so like
you can't put those in the same category though.
Yeah. But like this was one. This knew what it was, what it wanted to be. Like Free Guy, like I enjoyed it, man. It was fun throughout the whole ride. But like so.
And it's also it's also the first of its like it's original IP. It's not based off a comic book. It's not based off a video game or anything like that. It's the first original
But
IP.
Disney still had to flex, right? With their
Captain America
IP.
shield.
Yeah, the Captain America shield, then the lightsaber, just 2 times in a row. We need a little flex here.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I remember that part. I really like mad crush on the chick. She's in Killing Eve. If you've seen that TV show, she plays a Russian assassin. That's all we gotta say. Anyways,
is she British?
I think so. Yeah,
she
does really good accents too. But she's saying,
why does all Russians have to be assassins? It's crazy to me.
It's like
great show
probably
as well.
trained.
Yeah, it's war-torn country, man. They've gone through shit.
Jodie
Best
Comer
ones.
is
Can't we have like a Russian baker or something
English.
like that?
Yeah.
She's. That's all we gotta say.
Hey, you gotta manifest it, man. You gotta manifest it. You're closer to Russia than all of us, bro. You can make it, bro.
Yeah, no way.
Even though I don't think she's from Russia, but I'm just saying.
No, she's not. She's English. She's British.
Oh, so
Takes it from
probably in
the
LA
show.
right
It's like,
now.
oh yeah, she's
She's Russian.
She's Russian, right?
Apparently she's
same. It's completely different.
Apparently she's also in Rise of the Skywalker. Star
No
Wars.
way! I don't remember that.
According
Bullshit.
to her
Who is she?
IMDb, she is
Rise
Rey's mother.
What?
I don't remember.
She plays Rey's mother in Star Wars Rise of Skywalker.
Tito Ray.
No way! She looks old as fuck.
Fun fact.
Imagine if there was a Ray Skywalker in his film.
Tito Rey.
Tito Ray Skywalker. Uy, kumusta ka? I got the Skyplex.
Hoy,
Ray Skyplex.
use the Force, alright? Use the Force, huh?
Use the Force, huh? Always
the
use the Force.
lightsaber is the listing thing.
Yeah, that's... Can
And
someone...
it's like...
That's how they sweep it too.
Can somebody make a Wallace Ting Ting lightsaber, please? That would be like the best.
Uy, I use the Force lagi, ha? Palagi the Force, ha?
Tito Ray Skywalker.
He's like Jedi powers, just like mind manipulation or some shit. Just I don't know.
No,
Telling you
he just has the force of the Chismis.
He doesn't... You know how
I'm telling you, titos and titos.
You know how most Jedi, they use their hand to like they lift shit, they do this. Tito Ray Skywalker just does his, goes
His lips. He's lifting stuff with his lips. Tito Ray Skywalker, huh?
You know that when they call the lightsaber to the hand, it's his magic mic that he's reaching for.
Love is in the air.
Start singing my way.
Tashan's dying. Force of the Chismis. All your titos know. All your titos know now.
Look, I am your tatay.
Ako yung tatay mo.
He's sending all
I think
these
he's like
holograms
everything
just to
Tagalog. It
gossip
just
and
becomes
stuff.
funny. It just becomes funny.
R2D2 is just a tricycle.
Hoy, search your feelings, huh? To search your feelings.
Oh
It's
shit.
pronounced
this is
Star
dope.
Wars.
Star Wars.
It's got an I at the start now.
Tito Ray Skywalker.
Tito Ray Skywalker. You know why he's a hero? Because he's a lightsaber.
Oh my god.
Ah, dude.
Can someone make like a cartoon, like a? I'd make that into an NFT, like a Wallis lightsaber.
Bro, that's the most
so gold.
dangerous lightsaber ever, bro.
How many like strings does it have? Just one Wallis, you're in pieces, bro. Oh shit!
You can say that'll clean you right off.
It'll either be a Wallace Ting Ting lightsaber or a Chinelas lightsaber. Like it'll be like
Nah, the chinelas is like you chuck it, and it comes back.
It comes back, yeah.
Ah, shit. Ooh. How'd we get there? Ooh,
good
that was
shit.
good. Tito Ray.
So, Free Guy.
Yeah, back to Free
starring.
Guy.
It's the Filipino star. The shit.
I do like the concept though, how they how it was
Free
like
Guy.
GTA NPCs. It's kind
Oh,
of
bro,
clever.
like
It's the same, but it's like it's
making
been
you care
done,
about
but
the
not.
NPC. Oh, bro,
It's nice. I was like, oh, NPCs do have.
it was
feelings.
heartwarming. It's like, oh, everyone's starting to care about these NPCs. I was like, I'm starting to care about these NPCs. Like, what?
Yeah,
the
bro.
fuck, man?
Remember in GTA, Ref? We were like, everyone's a scumbag in GTA, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the whole
Everyone's a
concept
dickhead.
of the movie. Everyone's a fucking scumbag.
Everyone's a dick. Everyone's killing everyone.
My favorite,
the heroes
my
is
favorite part
robbing
is when
banks.
they're doing the rally cry with all the NPCs, and then Ryan Reynolds is like, in the real world, they have this, they don't experience violence every day. They don't get run
like-
over by trucks. How's their gun control? It's pretty good. And then the chick's like, nah, it's pretty terrible.
Nah. That was a good little stab. It was good.
Oh,
That was clever.
Shootings.
Yeah.
They have gun control. No, they don't. Pretty bad. No. Still pretty bad.
Yeah, man.
good times.
Like it's a good movie. It's one of those rewatchable movies, and yeah, man.
Yeah.
Makes me
I put it on the same level as Detective Pikachu in terms of like funny and rewatchable.
Yeah.
Ooh, I need to watch that.
Oh, bro, it's so good. That's probably one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I need to watch it.
Yeah.
Like I need to see
Detective
Ryan Reynolds coming out of like Pikachu's mouth.
As a Pikachu, oh, it's so good. I've watched it like 5 times, man. It's so good. It's one of those movies I just put in the background. I think I'm selling it way too much, hey? Like, that's all I watch. To be fair, though, it's really good.
Do you have a crush
It's
on Ryan
alright.
Reynolds?
What do you mean? It's fucking sick.
That's
He's like, it's okay. I'd watch it once.
I don't leave it in the background.
Lie. Not all that.
What? Raph, you decide. It's
All right,
I-
Detective
I think
Pikachu. I'll
it's-
watch it then. Well, yeah,
Alright, we'll
free guy, man.
review it. We'll talk about it
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah, we'll review.
Yo, Don, you alright? You let off
bro.
some gas chambers?
I'm just
in
yawning.
there?
It's
Oh, yeah,
late
no
here.
worries. Oh, shit. Sorry, man. What time is it, guys, there?
It's 9:30, but like
Oh.
9:30.
I'll wake up.
We could still go. We could still talk about it. Oh, one thing I want to talk about. All right, cool. Let's go into it.
Let's do it.
He put his hand up.
This is the first time in a long time that I'm excited for a Super Bowl halftime show.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right.
Why?
Good
Who's
call.
performing
Bro.
for this?
Oh,
Super Bowl
man,
this
bro.
time?
Next year,
Up in Smoke Tour, bro.
No, don't worry about the weekend. Don't worry about Maroon 5. Don't worry about Bruno
Don't worry about
Mars.
everything. Yeah,
Don't worry
fuck
about
that.
anything.
Nah,
Fucking
don't
next
worry
year?
about
Next
Yeah.
year, 2022,
22. Sorry.
Super Bowl halftime. The halftime. It's gonna be fucking lit, bro. You know, that's all I'm gonna say, man. I'm pretty excited.
Well, you didn't even say it. You didn't even announce it.
I'm not waiting for Don to figure it out. He's like looking it up. But okay, so
He doesn't even know.
he doesn't even know. So we're gonna have Dr. Dre as the main
Yep.
headlining halftime show, and he has a array of superstars that will be joining him.
No way!
We
Yep.
have Eminem. We have Kendrick Lamar.
Yep, Shady.
Who else do we have?
Kendrick.
We have
Dogg.
Ooh.
We have Snoop
Doggy
Dogg.
Dogg.
Mary J.
Man.
Blige.
Bro, it's gonna be fucking up in smoke for like a halftime show version. You know what?
No
You know what this
way.
tells me? There's gonna be a
It's
Dr.
insane.
Dre album coming out.
No.
That's
Or
what
a
it's
concert.
telling
Up
me.
in Smoke Tour.
You reckon?
Don't get
There's
our
gonna be a
hopes up
Dr.
like
Dre
that.
album. There's gonna be a Kendrick album coming out, and there's gonna be an Eminem album. But I don't really care. But like
I don't really
those
care
two-
either, yeah.
Kendrick and Dr. Dre, them having a halftime show at the Super Bowl next year in February, tells me that months before that, or from here and there's gonna be an album coming out. And the last Dr. Dre album, man, that was fucking dope. The Compton album, you got to check it out. I was blasting it as soon as I heard the news. But yeah, so like, what song do you think he's gonna start off with in the halftime
Next
show?
episode for sure.
Ooh.
It'll
It's
start off with
it's very
Cause
predictable, though, so I don't know if he
it's-
will.
It'll be like that. That'll set the tone for the thing, and then it remix into other songs for sure.
You already know what Eminem's gonna do. It's so predictable. He's gonna do "Forgot About Dre." I need a doctor. What else? That's probably it.
Sing for the moment.
Some
Sounds so
bullshit.
Tell us how you really
Oh,
feel,
really?
man.
Yeah,
no way.
all these like freaking stadium type songs. Skylar Grey's gonna come out. Just why? But yeah, she will. Boring.
But Dr. Dre and Kendrick, bar none, bro. Even Snoop Dogg, bro.
Snoop, yeah, I'm excited
I'm
for that.
down, bro. Like,
I think it's a pretty epic collaboration.
It is.
It's gonna be great to see them all in one. I don't know. I don't want to get my hopes up. But it'll be
and
Kendrick
good.
and Dr.
everyone
Dre.
gives their like fucking all out when they go at the Super Bowl, like, and they have
Yeah,
money to
that's
play
true.
around with. Like,
And this
it's
is
gonna
the
be like-
first vibe like this. It's usually good, happy vibe, like Bruno Mars, Beyonce.
Yeah.
It's always R&B singers
like,
and stuff,
let's
isn't
get
it?
some hip hop
Yeah.
in this shit,
stuff.
bro.
Yeah, this is
And-
hip hop. Yeah,
Like,
man.
if they can go full up in smoke styles and like just go crazy, I reckon
Yeah.
this is gonna be one of the greatest, man.
Knowing Drake behind it, like it's not even musicality, right? Knowing Drake, because like look at the Up in Smoke tour at its time. That was insane. Like the theatrics, the stage setup.
Yeah, man.
First
I
of
hope
its
like
kind, you know?
I hope in
Like
the
that
crowd we
kind
get
of
some crowd
hip-hop.
shots and we get some people like flashing their titties and shit. It's gonna be fucking up like crazy.
Yeah.
Like if Janet Jackson can do it, then you know we can just have it for this Up in Smoke version.
Janet Jackson, she'll never live that down, eh?
No, she's always gonna be the titty in the Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh yeah.
They coined the term wardrobe malfunction because of her.
Yeah, that's it. It became a category in in porn.
You know what's messed up?
Oh yeah, it did.
Wow.
It did.
I didn't even know that.
All right, Don.
No. I didn't even know that. That's something that I will check out.
Right, Don.
That's something I will check out tonight.
Mate.
I will check that out tonight.
Bored.
I was gonna say it's funny that like Janet Jackson gets all of the credit for the nip slip, but then it was actually Justin Timberlake was that caused the wardrobe malfunction. He was the one who tore that shit off.
Yeah, I know. That's
lucky bastard.
I'm not gonna say anything more. There's some race and gender equality issues there.
Yeah, you don't want to get caught in the crossfire.
I was gonna go there, but then I was like, nah, better not.
That was alley oop.
Better not do it.
It's one of those alley oops where if you dunk it, the whole ring will explode in your face. Like you don't want that to happen. But Dr. Dre, bro, it's gonna be so good.
Let's bring it back to Dr. Dre.
Keen. I don't even give a fuck about the Super Bowl. I just want to watch this halftime show, bro.
I don't really watch the Super Bowl either. I just watch it for the halftime show.
Yeah,
it's an event in itself.
Yeah, man.
Watch it for the ads too.
Well,
I think for a lot of people, it is an event, not just for the football, but just for family to
get together
and stuff. There's a lot more entertainment other than the actual game, because it's like how many hours for one game, right? It's like 4 or 5 hours. So it'd be pretty good, man.
Money making event.
Yep.
So good. Yeah, but I'm keen to, because I'm pretty sure Dr. Dre album's coming out. I'm pretty sure.
When was the last time you made an album?
Compton.
But that was Compton 2016. And that was for
was that 2016?
Yeah, 2016.
That's
He's
so
overdue for an
long ago,
album, man. But then again, before that was wasn't it The Chronic 2001?
Yeah. Do you reckon they're giving Snoop like a leg up because he hasn't really done anything? He's like, hey Snoop, you can come.
Oh, I hope he performs the menu log out.
Join this set.
You know what?
If he performs the menu log, this is my favorite song, bro.
Snoop's been doing
he
TV.
did Just Eats as well. Just Eats.
What did he? Oh, is that the thing? Is that in the UK? I want to see it.
Maybe it's the UK, but he did. Oh, it's so funny, man. He goes, tacos to the chateau.
Yeah, that's the same line he used for our one. What a bullshit artist.
Yeah, for Just Eats. For Just Eats.
He used it for a menu log.
Can you play it now?
Yeah, that's my favorite line too. Tacos in the chateau.
Tacos to the chateau. Yeah, see, we're the same, bro. We find the same lines. That's a bar.
Bro,
tacos to the chateau.
I've lost respect for Snoop Dogg. He's recycling lines for
he recycled lines. That's not cool.
Oh man, the tune is probably the same as well.
Yeah, it's that West Coasty sound, right?
Yeah. Did somebody say menu
That's the
log?
one. That's the one, but it's Just Eats.
Oh my god. Is that true?
He freaking copied it.
He just ripped off his own song.
Nah, lost respect.
Oh, is that how it goes?
Menu log, maybe, it's Just Eats. Tacos to the chateau.
The chateaus.
And
in the middle of it was like, menu log.
It's not menu log. It's Just Eats. It's Just Eats.
My mind's blown over this shit.
That's crazy, bro.
Oh,
You're talking about menu log. We're talking about the same freaking thing.
This is probably the same ad.
Parallel. It's the same ad.
I reckon it's the same ad. Same people.
And no, it is. It's pretty old now.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty old here as well.
Yeah, so apparently that fun fact, menu log and Just Eats are like they're merged together. Yeah.
Oh well,
that's why. So
that's why they have the same song.
Well, I guess they only changed the chorus. They must have just recycled his verse. Paid for the one royalty. It's like, we can make 2 songs out of this. Change the hook.
The Just Eat logo is an inverted menu log logo.
Oh, well.
That's all it is. Fun facts.
Well, cool. That's cool.
I feel like you're like in a multiverse, bro. You're like on the other side of a different multiverse.
Yo, bro.
Your Spider-Man is different.
Yo, I don't know if you remember this, or we were just such small town people before. Don Garcia, get this. Back in the day, remember I used to live in Hurstville, and these guys all live in the West. And then, I don't know when this was, 2010? Earlier, probably. 2008, maybe. and Elo, Raf, I think maybe even Richard, they all came to mind for a recording session. Then we went to Westfield. And I don't know if you remember, Raf, but you guys were like, whoa, what is this place? Everything's backwards. Because like we had slightly different stores. I can't even remember the stores. Oh shit, they got that instead of... What's the chicken place in Mount Druitt? It's just slightly different names. And I'm like, bro, we're not that far, eh? It's like...
I know, it's like a different world, eh?
60 minutes. I was like, we're in a different world. It's like Mount Druitt's its own country. It was hilarious.
That's my favorite part of traveling, man. Just seeing the different worldness. Because like it's the same shit, but different name. Like, you know, in New Zealand, they call their Woolworths Countdown. I'm like, what?
In Melbourne, they call it Safeway.
Oh, shit.
It's like a multiverse or some shit. What
Yo,
is a
did
Woolworths?
Gussie have froze? You know when I was talking the whole time, he was like this? So I was like, oh, shit. I don't think my line is hitting. He's just like...
Garcia is like the comedy, like, what do you call it, the meter bar of how funny you are.
Oh, that's hilarious. He'll come back.
You'll come back.
Shall we segue so he's confused as hell when he comes back?
Yeah, let's do it.
What else
Let's
we
talk
got?
about something. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Is there anything Filipino we could use? That's it, alright shit. That's it, Ray Skywalker shit.
Ray Skywalker is the
That was
best.
gold. I'm not very good.
What's the slickest pickup line you've heard of or you've used?
I don't land it very well. Gussie would be good at this though.
Me?
Yeah, do you have any?
I don't really use a line, dude. I don't know. The thing that worked for me was kind of just like hung around and like, you know what? I asked her if she wanted a water, like a bottle of water. And that was it. Like it was just that simple. And it was like nothing sexual, nothing.
You like build up to it.
No, I'll let you know what was happening. Like, so a friend of mine used to DJ at Sharky's, so I went with him to set up. The girl that was DJing before him, she's obviously trying to get things sorted out before the club starts, and I think she was there, like, didn't really know anyone else. And just to break the ice, I was like, hey, you want a bottle of water? And I think that was just that little opening or that little nice, I don't know, gesture that opened the line of communication, right? Just going, oh, this guy's pretty cool. And then later on, we went to, like after her set was done and my friend was like DJing, we kind of went downstairs and I copped a gobby in the toilets. She was amazing.
You sounded like a real gentleman up to the last second.
I mean, I love how romantic that sounded, man.
I was like, this guy is really, he's really considerate of how people are when they're thirsty and they need to quench their thirst. He provided a beverage just to make the night keep going, and then
the thirst was real.
And the thirst was real. He was actually just preparing for this thing they call a gobi.
Yeah.
He like sounded super nice. He's like, and then I got a gobi at the end.
Nah, she's really cool though. Like,
just really cool, really good experience.
I mean, it wasn't just a one-time thing. Like, we hung out a few times, but I don't know. She was much older than me, so it was like.
Ooh.
I was like a.
You like the oldest.
I think it's best if you find someone else. It's not me. It's you. Yeah.
What was the gap?
I think she was like 28 at the time. I was like 19, 20.
Oh,
yeah.
That is a gap.
Oh, respect.
Say nice gap.
I was 50% of my age at that time, which is
like the thing that I like to go by is like half your age plus 7. That's the law.
That's like a bottle of Chivas, man. It's like a Chivas.
Hey, man.
28-year-old Chivas.
Yeah, man.
When it's brewed, longer in storage.
Yeah. Half my age plus 7.
Half your age plus 7, man. That's the minimum. That's the minimum, bro. So how old are you now? You're about you're about 30.
What? Go back. What is this? Like the youngest you can like date? How old are you guys here?
I've been 28 for the last couple of years, but I haven't decided yet like how old I'm going to be. Like my birthday's coming up, but I might go with 29 this year though, because I've been 28 for the last at least 5 years.
5
man.
years. He's actually like 40. Like, whoa.
No, Don's in his 40s, but not.
Hey, you can be whatever you want to be, man.
Don's looking
You
good.
can classify yourself as a 20-year-old. You know, you can't do that shit.
Yeah.
Don's gonna be 30 for forever.
I was
All
gonna
those
say like
lemons.
I on my Tinder and like, you know, dating profile stuff, I would set, you know, you can set the age range that you can date.
Yeah.
And it's from like 18 to whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's
And
the one you
I'd set
chose, right? 18 to whatever.
I set it.
18 to Cuba.
I remember setting it. I remember setting it to like 25 to 35. That age rate. That age
25
range.
to 35. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Why?
I was like,
You're limiting yourself.
Yeah, man. You can, half your age plus 7, bro.
Wait, let me calculate this. I'm actually curious now. Half your age plus 7.
That's the title of the episode. half
Half your age plus 7.
plus 7. Plus
I
7.
mean, they're gonna wait until the very
Divided
end
by
for us to talk about this shit.
Plus 7.
So say
24 and a half. Interesting. Wow, that sounds about right.
It sounds about right. So if you're 40,
Yeah.
half your age plus 7, 27. Yeah, that's about right. If you're 50,
Yeah.
half your age plus 7,
So
32. That sounds right.
so for Don is 32 then. We can work that out.
That's why I said it for 25 to 35. Keep it in that
25
age
to
range.
35.
What about the
Within
other
that
end
age
of the
range.
scale though? Not like, is it
Yeah. I was thinking that.
twice your
How old
age
can you go?
minus 7?
Yo, let me calculate that real quick.
Let's
Twice
do
my
that.
age minus 7.
So if you're 30
Times
now,
2.
that's 60, 53.
63.
Would you do it?
I mean, like, that's the range, so.
These are the rules. I didn't make them.
I didn't make the rules, so.
I'm going to have to do it.
I'm here to uphold these rules, so let's.
I didn't make these rules, you know.
All the 63-year-olds hit him up.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm good, though. I'm good. Maybe for you guys.
Fucking for.
So
No, I leave it to you guys.
twice Don's age minus 7's 93 then.
Jesus, what is what? How old is he then? Like 100? Wait, I can't do maths. Wait. Oh my bad.
Because he's saying 50.
Wait, what is he? 100? Dumb.
Oh man. 93.
Looks good for a 50-year-old though.
Hey. Thanks, man.
Yeah, man.
It's all the drugs.
I just hope when I turn 50, Don, well, when I decide to turn 50, I can pull off wearing a shirt like that.
Dad swag.
Yeah,
Nah,
no,
he
this
just
no top
he just
button.
can't wait for
forgot how
that.
to button up his shirt. He's just got dementia. That's what it is.
Is this dad swag?
Dad swag.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say so.
The cool thing about that
It's
swag
still
is
good.
that you don't know if you have it or not.
It's true.
I reckon
I need to buy a new pair of New Balance, and then I'll have dad swag.
Fuck
like
you,
the dad
New
jeans.
Balance is awesome. I
Yeah,
like
New
New
Balance
Balance.
is the shit, bro. I love New Balance,
Depends how you wear it though.
Two-
If you wear it with like
If you want to take care of your feet,
light
man, just wear
jeans
New
and
Balance, bro.
white
Khakis
socks,
and a bum bag.
yeah, that's dad swag. But you can rock it the right way and it becomes cool.
For my family parties, family Christmas parties, we always have a theme. And there was one year that we dressed up as my uncle. And my uncle, without any bar of a lie, he has a uniform. He has white New Balance shoes.
Oh,
He
yeah.
has the dad
That's
jeans,
swag.
Levi's. And he has a white
Levi's.
shirt. And like bonus points if you have a towel over your shoulder. Because that's
Is
what
his
he
name
wears.
Tito Ray?
Tito Ray.
No.
Tito
Tito
Efren.
Ray
out.
Skywalker. Tito
Shout out
Efren.
To Tito Dido.
You know what? I bought that white shirt just for that Christmas, Don. It's the only white shirt I have, man. Everything else is black, dude. I remember that. It was a good Christmas, man.
It's a
Oh,
uniform.
man.
So, yeah. Dad
Tito
swag
form.
for show.
Tito swag.
Nats, do you have your
Tito
jeans
swag.
ready for when you become a dad.
Getting them made for next month.
It's
so they're in the tailor right now,
Filipino
getting fitted
uniform.
to be perfectly fitted. Yeah,
501.
getting the measurements right. Yeah. Just make sure I got the right measurements and stuff. Shirt that's like enough room that I can tuck it in, so it's not too much. Like it's a bit roomy still. So
you need a
nice Lacoste shirt.
Lacoste.
Yeah.
I'm
you have
ditching
to have
Roger
something with a
David's
Filipino. You
Lacoste
have a
now.
Filipino flag on your shirt, bro.
Yeah, for casual barbecues. Yeah, most definitely. Gotta get those.
And
So I'm still yet to get my full wardrobe, but I'm getting there, guys.
and a Team Pacquiao windbreaker.
you called it. That's like that's so on point. Team Pacquiao like coming in the building.
The Tito's weekend attire.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh man.
And the Ray-Bans that are like this with the frame. Actually,
You have
got a pair of it.
They have to have string on it.
the mobile phone.
Hey, stop knocking. You're all gonna be like that. We're gonna look back at this episode in like probably a decade and be like, remember the time?
This is actually manifestation, bro.
Screw you guys! I'm gonna be wearing these shirts.
Yeah, you're gonna be wearing that, like.
And then we'll be like, because we're old, we'll be like, look at your Tito Don, huh? Still thinks he's young. With his lemon shirt, he wore that when we were cheat coded. I don't know why we suddenly get philo accents when we get old as well. Look at your
Thinking
Tito
about
Don,
his
huh?
youth, huh? Still thinking
He
about his
used to
youth.
wear that on the podcast long time, but you know,
Oh,
still
back then
thinks he's young.
He didn't have a gut back then.
with the cheat coders.
Long time ago, he used to get the Lacoste, you know. He used to dress his age, huh?
His girlfriend's not even half his age plus 7.
It's twice his age minus 7.
Don and
So-and-so.
Danya.
It is Sugar Mama for sure. Here's Don and what's the old name? Geraldine.
Phyllis.
Phyllis.
That's if he's still dating white girls. Phyllis.
He started dating women from the 50s. Hey, Guinevere.
Ah, shit. Oh, wait.
Oh man.
Oh, I can't laugh anymore, man. It hurts. It hurts.
Tita Gwyn.
You know what I always noticed with like titas and stuff. Their names aren't really. Their names don't necessarily have anything to do with what their names are. Like if it was instead of being Tita Gwen, it'd be Inerva or something like Tita Inerva, because of Guinevere.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a portion of the name, but not the start bit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like they chose the wrong portion. You know, it's like instead of calling Nats, like his full name's Nathan, you just call him Hen.
Fan.
And they call him Atan.
Atan. No one calls me Atan.
No.
Because
That's going to be your filler nickname.
Because
Or
what's it called?
Christian Chen.
Chris Joe's brother.
Hey Chen.
Should.
Chin.
Chris Joe's brother. His name's Christopher. Right?
Christopher.
But they call him Tope.
The pet.
Yeah, like to fold.
Like like Tope, like Christopher. Tope. It's like, come on.
Because they saw the hands that were raised and they're like, I fold.
He can't fold
man.
clothes very well, and that's his nickname. I remember that kid. He was hilarious, man. Some great stories. Chris Joe's brother.
Little brother.
There was this one. I don't think if you like. I'll probably be able to tell this and him not get angry. But Chris Joe was over at Don's place one time. We were all playing. I think it was Street Fighter or something. And you know when you just button mash, right? It's always that thing of big brother, little brother, and obviously because you're older, you're gonna smash him on the game. but you just don't let up and don't let him win any of it. And then it gets to the point where you give him hope. Oh no, like I'm only down to like maybe like 10% life, and then you smash him anyway. Bro, he lost it. Like to the point of crying.
That's me.
I know. At the time, it's so much fun being that kuya that just mucking around with the little kids kind of thing.
It is a dickish move.
Yeah.
I used to do that with my brother with like Nerf guns and stuff. Actually, no, that's not even nice. Hey, I had a video and I just like shot him in the face with a Nerf gun. That's just cruel. It was actually just cruel. It wasn't even a game. It wasn't like a game or anything. Just walking up the stairs and I'm just and you know how I laugh? It's so loud as well. And slow motion and he just got shot.
Hi.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, big brothers are dicks.
I wish I had a big brother. I never had a big brother.
Dude, you are the big brother, man.
Bro.
You would have been. Were you ever like a bit of a douche to your sister? If they're sisters, though, maybe it's different.
I used to cut their dolls' hairs like till they're bald, and then I would tell them that they would grow back, but it didn't.
What a guy. That's pretty evil.
Evil, bro.
I used to get the Barbie dolls' heads and then stuff them on top of Batman's head, and then it would be like Barbie Batman. But yeah, that sounds sadistic.
You were the kid from Toy Story. Yeah, you were Sid, bro. You're Sid. Sadistic shit, bro. You're lucky they didn't come and get you. The toys, I mean.
Hey, does anyone have any theories? Because like apparently podcasts with theories and things work well in TikTok. Can we have a theory, please?
Oh man. I think we
Squid Game
talked
theory.
about it already. Squid Game theory.
I love Squid
That's
Game.
his dad.
That's always the next line.
Hey, have you? Hang on. Let's play it out like they do on TikTok. Right? Ready? Let me see if we can try to keep it straight.
Isn't that edited? Okay, yeah, fine.
Yeah, it's
right,
that's
good.
good. Well, let's see if
We're
we
gonna
can
try and do it live.
Hey, have you guys heard this the theory about Squid Game?
No, what is it?
What is it?
Apparently, Gihun is going to be the front man in season 2.
What?
He was such a good character.
What? Should we have an order? Because we're like speaking at the same time.
I just hate it. It's so formulated. I'm just like to a point where like, okay.
Okay. Right. Nats, it's your turn. You try one.
Did you know the theory that you could actually predetermine the next games from the very beginning? Did you know about that
Yeah, it was
theory?
all over the walls and
on
stuff.
the wall.
Oh yeah, well that's not that good then. You guys already knew.
I wish that.
Sorry,
that's how the podcast.
Were you doing a bit? I'm sorry.
I was. And you guys ruined it. It's like, oh yeah. It was on the walls. Like, oh well.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
turning
cool.
I'm
That's
turning
cool.
that into a TikTok snippet. That's hilarious. It's like,
Dude, use all of them, man.
We didn't
Just use all of them.
properly.
Use all of them. Dude, we're not even doing a podcast anymore. We're just doing takes on like freaking TikTok content now. It's just like fuck the audience. Let's just like make our own shit.
let's make Raps editing more.
If we were in the same team in Squid Games, I'm gonna shotgun the triangle sugar thing, man.
You know we can all choose the triangle. We don't have to pick one each, bro.
I know that dude was.
Oh, yeah, we can too.
by giving you the umbrella.
Oh man.
Yeah, he got done with an umbrella.
Oh man.
My favorite shot of that episode is when he was like bending over, trying to fix his like trying to get the thing in his arse shot, and it panned to.
He's so stressed
him.
out.
So I've seen a lot of memes saying like, "Ooh, you thought it was the chick, but then it pans into the guy." And you're like, "Oh shit!" It was funny.
That was hilarious. Actually, yeah. I found that really funny when he found out. He's like, "I'm dead." Like he realizes he's screwed.
Yeah,
it's so good because he was so positive.
Like his positive, like he's very positive throughout the whole thing, except the very end when, like shit went down, and then
it's not really a theory; it's just an observation. Like him in the real world, because he's pretty depressed. He's in a shit show. Like he doesn't fit into the world. He doesn't function well with how the system's placed. But put in this sort of environment, he shines quite a lot more in a genuine way. Like, it's more, I mean, he's the least corrupt, I guess. Probably not even that corrupt, to be honest, compared to the other guys. And then the other one, you know, it's like kind of makes the real world, like, it just brings the shit out of people because people just abuse things and thing out. So I thought it was really cool. I was like, oh, that's cool.
That's I don't think it's a trope, but it's very common in those post-apocalyptic type stories where somebody who doesn't really succeed in the real world could possibly succeed a lot better in a post-apocalyptic world.
I believe that.
Yeah, so if you're sucking at life right now, just know.
Oh yeah, I actually think I'd survive.
Comes, you'll be able to survive.
Guys, just come with me. I reckon I can figure it out. We'll be safe. I got it. I got it, guys. I already know.
Alright, cool. I'll go to London straight away. As soon as the end of the world happens.
Apocalyptic.
Shit, I'm getting a ticket. Like, Shiv, I'm leaving. I gotta see Nets. It's the end of the world.
I'll start swimming right now.
He told me.
He told me so.
Episode 162. He told me he can do this shit. He said he was terrible at life, but in this shit,
he's got this. He's got this.
But I reckon in a different playing field, social structures go down. I figured it out. Well, I'll figure it out.
The moment I see zombies in the streets, I'm gonna go to travel center and book a flight.
Come see me.
Yeah. Which dates? Which ones are available?
I want to know. Like, for real. Like, if you guys were in the Squid Game, how far do you think you would go? Like, for real. Like, don't be too cocky and be like, I'd win the whole thing.
No, I'd be like...
What would be your weakness game? What game would be your weakness?
Wait, are you saying, like, you have to play them? Because obviously, realistically...
You've seen how it plays out.
It made it look like, you know, the first game, you're allowed to leave. I don't think that many people would have came back. Like, that's so messed up. As if... I could be wrong. Because
it seemed like a lot of people were in dire straits, right? They had no other option. Yeah. And that's why they came back.
I don't know, man. It's pretty intense.
I was thinking about that
so
too.
if we have to do the games then, because I was gonna say, like, if that's the case, I probably wouldn't go back after knowing what the first one was. I'm like, I'm good. It's not worth
For
money
45 million, you wouldn't come.
Yeah, but my life isn't that bad.
Did everyone have their currency calculator next to them throughout like the first few episodes, just to calculate how much money they were talking about?
Not really.
I was like, how much is really 100,000?
10,000.
No, like 1,000 was like $1. So you just take away 3 zeros and you'll be sweet. But I reckon I'll get up to the point where they're doing the marbles bit. Because
I'd probably pick Nats. It would just be me and Nats from marbles.
That's more chance than anything.
I was like,
it's me and Nats like, shit.
I'll get to the point when they start killing people in the middle of the night and be like, I'm fucked, bro.
Oh, bro, yeah, actually, I might die.
I forget about those in-betweens too, the killing thing.
I would probably, like, be ruthless in the beginning of the games and then feel bad afterwards.
You'll switch off. You'll start to feel everything.
Yeah, you're dude like that came second. Yeah, I could see it.
I'm the guy that'll go on the line for the foods twice and start a fight. How come I didn't get no fucking egg?
You know the cool thing about the gangster guy? He's running away from Filipinos. How gangster is that?
Yeah, the Pinoy gang. And they're so flash. They were all like dressed up like superheroes. I don't know. I noticed that.
I was like, flashy Filipinos. And he jumped off the bridge.
They're so swagged up. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll die in the what you call it, the prison fight. Yeah, I'll probably die there.
The prison fight? I reckon I could maneuver my way out because it is dark. You just have to kind of hide, find somewhere dark and just hide. You don't have to fight. Not everyone fought. I think I could navigate my way to fight and I reckon I'm good at networking, so I reckon I could find a gang right away. I could find a gang and get them to protect me.
Round Circle 2.0.
I'm gonna be friends with the oldest cunt I can see in there, like
number one.
Yeah, we're gonna be mates. Here, take my marbles. Except
He's gonna piss himself, and I'll wrap my jacket around his waist.
Yeah, I think that's a really good plan. That's a fail-safe plan.
I thought the old guy was gonna screw the dude over at the end because I kind of knew that he was like running the whole thing. Because like, what did they call it? They called it mambu, as best friends and stuff. and then they'd get Gambu,
Yeah, something like that.
whatever. But like, yeah, they're saying the best friends share everything. I thought he was gonna take like share the money at the very end, and no, it wasn't that.
I didn't.
How rich is that old motherfucker, man? Like, to set up all this shit, well, he's got to have an island.
Mega rich.
This is the
Your cable's cutting.
Your cable.
Sorry.
The front man.
Say it again. Start again.
The weird stuff that I was thinking about was logistics, because when those boats get to the island, just even having the road on the island for that boat to get off at, that already costs a lot, not including the cost of a fucking boat, island, staff, you know what I mean? And all he's given up is 45 million. I mean, that's...
Yeah, it's a business. So that means, that goes to show like how much money he has. That 45 million is probably a small pool. You know what's another thing though? How do they hide that shit? They have these boats casually leaving the city and back of it.
Oh, it's
Wouldn't
backed
someone
by
be
business.
sus that
It's
there's
probably
like
like a
a front?
exporting business or something as a front.
Like a front, but like yeah, that's
You
true.
gotta put your Breaking Bad hat on and all that gangster film.
Yeah, that's
they
true.
probably put it as a front.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's fair. Fair call.
But yeah,
Oh, man.
I'm pretty sure the red soldiers build the roads and everything. Like everything on that island they built.
It's generations though. They've been there for a while. Well,
Yeah,
not
man.
generations. It's a bit much, but
Years.
been there for a while.
That
Interesting. Yeah, good
X-Men
times.
looking field where it looks like grass, but it opens up. You see that?
Yeah, that's sick.
It's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
Little football field. You reckon there's something like that exists?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Underground
In the
shit.
real world,
Some really...
like some fight.
I
club shit.
reckon.
Yeah.
Like,
They've done that for Hostel. I don't know if you watched the more later ones. It's rubbish though. Like, you know, the movie Hostel, you get backpackers.
Torturing.
But the first
Oh, yeah,
ones,
yeah.
they're just torturing them. The other one is like they get them to actually fight, and then there's people bidding and stuff. There's the window. I think it's the fourth one or something.
It's like the Purge as
So-
well. The Purge is pretty much the same concept
Purge,
as well.
yeah, Purge as well. Yeah,
Rich people just
The
watching the poor fight for money and stuff. Yeah, it's the whole
and super rich
concept.
are always on top. Yeah, it's good. It's good times.
Good times, guys.
Good sign.
You can't really end it there, eh? It's pretty dark.
Oh.
It's like, all right, so now that's shit. Now for the cheat code to stash. It's like,
I want to see.
That's dark.
Like I mean, it's not just like rich people. So I remember when I was a kid in Philippines, right? We used to collect spiders and put them in matchboxes, and then we'd
oh my
have
god,
like
my uncles used to do that.
find like a barbecue stick, and then get the two of them to fight in the middle. I mean, in some ways, it's real. Like, imagine those spiders, right? Going, look at these fucking humans, like rich humans, making us fight to the death for their own amusement. I mean, so
It's pretty much gladiators, right?
yeah, in some
Like,
ways,
yeah.
Yo,
it's all
it's-
relatable.
Yeah, man.
And they-
the first Squid Game was gladiators. Not
Yeah.
the TV
Guys-
show, but the whole
Yeah.
oh yeah, back
Colosseum.
then.
Coliseum.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we've advanced as a race that now instead of like putting people together, life or death, it's just sports. You know, we got the Olympics, we got football, all that shit.
Do you guys remember that trend? Bum fights?
Yeah,
Yeah, with Kimbo Slice. Oh no, he wasn't it, but he was kind of in that spectrum. Garage
Like-
fighting.
Yeah, there were dudes that would pay homeless people to fight in the street. It was horrible, man.
Yeah, that's messed up. That's twisted.
It's very similar to the
It
premise
is
of
playing on
Squid
that,
Game.
Because people are desperate, and then you're putting them through this kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
putting
it's
their
like, hey,
desperation onto thing. Yeah.
Here's $20. You fight this dude.
dance puppets, dance.
Yeah,
And dancing.
messed up.
Yeah, fun.
Okay,
fun
so
times.
we did another episode.
Man, that's
Can we- can we talk
I
about
came onto
something
this
happy
show
before
to
we
be a
leave?
bit light. Like I came here for like relief, to be happy,
So
and
dark.
I'm leaving even worse.
With the darkness.
Thanks.
Now I hate the
guys.
world.
I have the rest of the day to go. No,
So is there any good news or like anything good that we can talk about before we leave? I want to leave on a happy note. Please.
Loose.
Freedom Day in Australia is happening soon. 11th of October, we're going to be, restrictions are going to be easing.
What's
we're
the
going to be
first
able
thing
to
you're
see
gonna
each
do?
other.
I'm gonna get a haircut.
Yeah, you need it.
Yeah, bro. I definitely need it.
I'm going to watch Shang-Chi in the cinemas.
Ooh, that is out. You gonna watch it in the
Yeah.
cinemas? Let's watch it together.
That's sweet.
No, he didn't even reply.
I was gonna say. We already booked tickets for my housemates,
Really
but I can watch it again. I can watch it again.
It's all good, man. I see where you stand. Housemates before people
We're
done
gonna
a
eat
podcast
together.
with for a long
We're
time.
gonna have food together.
Podcasting. I was like, I threw myself out there, man. You know.
Accenture said happy endings. I don't know in what context. Oh, I think because we wanted to end it.
There's a happy. Yeah, that's true.
Happy endings.
But also that.
Now I'm more disappointed.
The other thing is we'll probably be back in the studio. That's
Hey Garcia, do you want to watch Shang-Chi with me?
Kind of bought tickets already.
He's going with Don.
Roommates, huh?
There's enough room for more. There's I'm already going with Don though, so sorry.
I see
and then Raph is like, hey,
I see the hierarchy.
Hey, Raph is like, hey, Nets, you want to watch it virtually? He's like, ooh, I'm FaceTiming with Garcia and Don when they watch it. Sorry, bro.
I see what's going on here.
Sorry, man.
Mutiny right here, right? I just want to watch an Asian Kung Fu Marvel movie.
With my friends.
But no one wants to watch it with me.
Does anybody want to watch it with Raph? Let's start a petition.
You have a wife, bro. Ask her.
We have a wife. Go watch.
All right.
All right.
All right. Shang-Chi.